Welcome to yet another edition of the program Government House Diary on your darling ABS television. It is through here that we constantly update you on activities at the state corridors of power. I am your regular anchorman here, Kene Chukwuofoma. Today we'll be bringing your way a lengthy but interesting package on the signing of a memorandum of understanding between Anambra State Government and Folio Holdings Limited for the development of an agricultural project in the state. Anambra State Government has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Folio Holdings Limited for the development of an agricultural project in the state. Governor WILLIE OBIANO signed the MOU on behalf of the state government during a brief ceremony which took place at the Governor's Lodge, Amobia. Under the MOU, which is worth 60 billion naira, the state government is to put in a total of 5.4 billion naira as its equity contribution, while the investor will bring the sum of 54 billion naira. The Managing Director of ANSIPA, Chief Jobile Kunife, spoke on other details of the MOU.
Your Excellencies, let me start by congratulating you, the working governor of Anambra State, and the investor, Chairman Mr. Fidelis Anosike of Folio Holding Limited and his entire team on the signing of this Memorandum of Understanding MOU. This is an agricultural investment embarked upon by your administration through ANSIPA in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture, Mechanization, Processing, and Export, which will promote and ensure food security throughout our state and beyond. Your Excellency, sir, this project is to develop a 4,000 hectare agro-allied farm for rice production and aquaculture and for open milling in Anambra North. This facility will also include an agricultural training institute, which is expected to have a 3-year development timeline. It is worthy of note, Your Excellency, that the total size of the investment is $165 million, approximately 60 billion naira, with the investor providing cash and facility totaling $150 million or 54 billion, which translates to 91% of equity, while the state provides through the land, intangibles and basic infrastructure the 9% of $15 million or 5.4 billion naira. So the equity allocation is investors 91%, the state 9%. Notwithstanding the equity enumerated above, when profit is made, Your Excellency, eventually, and hopefully soon, the investor will share 86.45% of the net profit. The state will get 8.55%, while the host community in form of CSR will get 5%. The project has numerous benefits for Anambra State. The project number one will promote food security and provide industrial raw materials, thereby improving the state's self-sufficiency in food production. It will create employment opportunities, approximately 800 direct employment and about 4,500 indirect, of which, as always in all the investment the Excellency has attracted, the 75% of that will be sourced among the Anambra who are eligible and qualified. Number 3, at full capacity, this investment will significantly boost Anambra rice output to well over 400,000 metric tons a year. It will also create capacity building opportunity for outgrowers. In conclusion, Your Excellency, the ANSPA Governing Council benefited enormously in the structuring, review, and approval of this project from its collaborative working relationship with the Ministry of Agriculture, Mechanization, Processing and Export, one. The committee led by the dead team, which is Land Acquisition Committee, because they negotiated and sourced this land and indicated the provision of compensation to be paid. And also the Ministry of Land. It should be emphasized that the investor is expected to commence work within 6 months of issuance of CFO, and non-compliance will have the land title revoked, with land automatically reverting to the state. Your Excellency, we have done better because we have gotten commitment from the investor that within 90 days upon issuance of CFO, they will be at the site with significant development, because they have their immediate capital of about 500 million, which they will move to the land even before CFO. I also assured them that with the perfection of all the documents, His Excellency will sign their CFO within 2 weeks. Sometimes it comes within 5 days. That's how this state has moved. This project is a shining example for other investors about what is possible in the investment-friendly, investment-ready Anambra State, and the call for Agolono. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I humbly thank His Excellency again, and I want to thank all of you for positive contribution made towards making today's event possible.
Before he signed on behalf of the state government, Governor Obiano said the project is very strategic to his administration's agricultural blueprint because of its integrated nature.
The definition of a depression, recession, is 2 consecutive negative growth per quarter, 2 quarter negative consecutive growth in the GDP. Now we never had negative growth in the GDP. We will be like 1 or 2 states in Nigeria that didn't have that. So it's something to be very proud of. And it's because of the goalkeeper that was in the post. Because the penalty kicks were taken by experts, the best in the best penalty kicker in the foreign exchange shot. I held the ball. The guys in fuel, cement prices, the shot, of course, we didn't go in. And many more guys tried to shoot at us, and we kept the ball going. So we kept a clean slate. That's the story. How did we do it? The latest GDP figure of Anambra that showed that we grew the economy under my watch by 2 trillion to bring it to 3.9 trillion. It's significant. Agriculture contributed 2% to this growth, 15% by the industries, then 63% by services. Before we came in, services was almost 82% dominant in the GDP growth of Anambra State. So we tried to diversify that. I believe we could do that is what we are doing in many sectors. Agriculture, basically, is one of them. And of course, what we are doing in trade and commerce, oil and gas, industrialization. So we did the right things to make sure that the economy stayed afloat. What else did we do differently? Because we anticipated that we are going to have little revenues coming from the federal government. Within 6 months of my taking over, we decided to do something drastic to increase our IGR. As we speak, from the poultry 7.9 billion yearly in IGR that I inherited, we're doing 16 billion now, almost 100%. So that gave us a lot of elbow room to be able to undertake activities, and more importantly, investing in those things where there will be increased velocity of money. And those areas where you have those increases are in agriculture, and because we pay salaries, pensions, and wages as and when the markets are open, And because we're doing 40 million per community project, one communities, first 20 million tranche, when it finishes, we come another 20 million tranche. And the money circulating in that community, it improved the velocity of money, and that attacked recession. It's only a goalkeeper like myself that can do it. So I welcome agro investments because that is the way to go. I will encourage youth. Currently, we are recruiting youth in various segments. But agriculture on its own has taken a large chunk of those youths. We're also training them to be capable because, not because this farm comes to the area you're about to set it, therefore it's a must that people from that place must work in that farm. If they're not competent, they can't drive a tractor, but they don't have some basic intelligence in what to do. You go outside to bring the guys that will make sure your farms are moving. But that's what we're trying to avoid. By training the youths, giving them rudimentary training in agriculture, tractor driving, equipment maintenance, and other value chain that you're bringing to bear. You know, fish is also very important. Most people do not know that Anambra has the largest fish farm in the whole of the Southeast, owned by very distinguished Senator Stella Odua in Obaru. The largest fish pond in the whole of Southeast. You know, and with you coming on board, you know, we have some fishers packs in our Ministry of Agriculture who can turn fish into about 12 items. If you want to drink it, it will make you give you the one to drink. If you want to make it, if you want to flex it, they flex it for you. If you want to dry it, they do my dollar for you with that. If you want to make it fresh, they do it fresh for you. If you want to do it in other kinds of, you know, great guys, you know, and what they are doing. So what we're doing here today is very important. And since we'll be occupying about 2,000 hectares of land, I haven't been told what portion you're giving to rice and the portion you're going to use for feed meal. By the way, you know you can also make your feeds because with the rice that you're doing there, you can get the flakes, the floating flakes for your fish, you know, in the integrated format, you know, so that the highest cost in fishing is the feed, you know, and both in chicken production and what have you, the feed is very critical. If you don't get it right, you won't get the right kind of fish, and also, of course, the species of fish that you're bringing to bear. You know, so I'm very happy that you're going to be part of the success story that we have in Anambra State in agriculture in a very short time. I want to reassure all of you here that in the next 4 years, by the way, where we're headed is fiscal sustainability. That's why we're doing all these MOUs. If you see how it is structured, the state always has some percentage in the equity, as equity contribution, the SPV. That's why we do not encourage land sales here. What we do is for the government to acquire the land, and that's why Dr. Menakaya, that's the committee chair. All he does every day is to go to communities and sell the concept that give us land, you know, so that we can develop your community for you. And that has been working. And they've done very well. As you speak, I think we have in our land bank over 90,000 hectares of land for investment, you know. And of course, we always have a time constraint here of a year, 6 months. If you don't show us significant progress, we're going to take back the land and give it to people that are, if you will, more serious. You know, so we expect you to hit the road immediately and run with it. You know, you are in the right place. This is the safest state in Nigeria today, by God's grace, will remain the safest state under my watch in the next 4 years plus. So I want to thank all of you for this MOU, and I cannot wait to get the ceremony going. Thank you.
MOU signing. And David is my best friend in Nigeria. I am the chairperson of Trust International Group. Okay, we represented GSC Photo from China, and also we represented the Green AC, which was #1 brand in the world. And we are also the partner with China Africa Development Fund, which is the biggest Chinese government investment fund, only invest in Africa. So looking forward, this project has strong confidence that we will deliver a good and excellent result based on your excellency's full support. So once again, I'm happy to be here, and I'm looking for a better and better cooperation with everybody here. Thank you.
We are a very dominant player in the fish business here in not only Nigeria but entire West Africa. We are a very strong fish trading company, and we are not only just a trading company, but we are also a large production company. We have a very good presence in Nigeria. We just started 2 years ago, and we have made a mark of ourselves by investing heavily in Oyo State, and this is our first opportunity to partner here on a project in Anambra State. We are very thankful to you, and we are also thankful to you for your group to invite us in this. We produce catfish, we produce tilapia, but along with that, we also produce feed that is required to produce all this product. And one of the main objectives that we have here is to also work with folio groups to produce maize, soybean, cassava, etc., which can be used for purpose of feed production and eventually help us in producing fish. We also have very large operation in poultry production. We are also a poultry producing company here, and all these raw materials are again utilized for producing feed for poultry. So this for us is a great opportunity. We are going to work very closely with the Folio Group in developing this project, utilizing all of our technical skills, and we hope that within next 2 to 3 years, this project will be completely up and running. Thank you.
Some of all these competencies came into the sharp focus and made it possible made it possible for us to navigate through these critical elements of the process that led to this MOU signing ceremony today. We have put together a world-class project management and transaction delivery team comprising of the industry leaders, and they are as follows: Triton Aqua Africa, a transnational, fully integrated seafood, crop, poultry company with leading presence across the value chain. They are our global partners, and they are going to be also the off-takers of everything that's coming out of the farm. So we have off-takers that also can extend to the generality of what's happening in Anambra State. We have Alluvia Farms Limited. Alluvia is presently managing over 13,000 hectares of farm land across West Africa with focus on rice, maize, cassava cultivation, and they also are technical partners on rice cultivation. We have Choice International Group, which is led by Diana. Choice International Group also owns GSC Motors franchise in the whole of Africa, and they are actually the partners to the China African Fund. So they are also the partners in this project. We will, over the next 3 years, invest over $150 million, and it's going into the project and the key strategic areas of rice, crop production, aquaculture and fish farming, and industrial park of processing facilities that will service each of our strategic business segments, as well as the farmers across the state. And we are also going to be establishing an agriculture and aquaculture technology school, business school, which is we will, in the process, create over 5,000 jobs, about 800 direct jobs, and about 500 indirect jobs. And then we will help to place Anambra firmly on the agricultural map of Nigeria and Africa. We will make Anambra State a continental powerhouse for agri and aquaculture exports. We will bring to full realization the fact that agriculture is not the next oil, but indeed the oil of life. Agri is actually the oil of life. Whilst we assure the good people of Anambra State, that the folio holdings will live up to its commitments under the terms of and conditions of this MOU, we are going to sign today. And subsequently, the joint venture agreement. We encourage all Anambrarians to heed His Excellency Clarion Hall and join hands to make Anambra State an economic powerhouse. As November 18, 2017 beckons, we encourage our people to avail His Excellency Chief Dr. WILLIE the opportunity to see good work he has commenced by voting massively for him. This will not only gain the confidence of the numerous foreign and local investors like this call, but also avail potential investors the assurance of the stability of government policy and consequent protection of their investments. So for us, it's very critical. It's not about politics. It's about the fact that we have laid a solid foundation. We've done the work. We have to encourage you, and it is our responsibility for all of us to put hands together to protect what you have built, so that the legacy of your work will be enduring. So once again, I thank you, and I'm very proud of you. And with what we are doing here and what you have been doing, everybody is following. People are watching. So and I'm also going to be telling everybody that is involved in this whole project not to be ashamed to use unassailable facts that is on ground to be able to counter the different implications that is going on. It is very critical for us because once you're doing a good thing, a lot of other things will follow. I thank you for your being resolute and being focused. We, the Anambra people, the actual Anambra people that understand what is going on. I come to this state every 2 weeks for the past 3 years. So I know the situation on ground. So God will bless you, and by the grace of God, you will be voted in to continue the good work and leave the enduring legacy of our people for the betterment of everybody.
First of all, Your Excellencies, to thank you for this opportunity that we've given to Folio and also the agri sector to add to our list of agri-development and investment. As the ANSIPA has spoken, we've added one to our list, bringing us to over $1.something billion. As investment states that the investment is over $150 million. From all indications, Your Excellency, as you know, when we started in our yield was about 80,000 metric tons of rice production. But as a matter of fact, their investment has got integrated farming system, which will include rice, fish production, including their agri institution. And in our discussions and deliberations, Your Excellency, they have also keyed into a model which with your blueprint, we have two-pronged approach. We have the commercial and the agro and smallholder farmers. And they've keyed in that they will work very closely with us to develop the agro model, and also take run in line with our model. With the capacity and the astute nature of their investors and their partnerships with Triton and CIG and alluvial farms, Your Excellency, we see this as an investment that will start immediately once all the activities are signed up. Excellency, as a 2016 yield for rice production, we had at 352,000 metric tons. And that's, you've given us a mandate to do all we can to double our production. And we had a target to do about 513,000 metric tons. And bringing Folio to the table, Your Excellency, obviously they're not starting this year. By the time they get them, they will add, from all indications, they'll be doing 2,000 hectares of this investment to allocate to rice production. And all in all, we're expecting to have some huge amount of addition to our yield. From all indications, Your Excellency, if they go by the minimum, 5 metric tons per hectare, we'll be expecting to have over 400,000 bags of 50 kg paddy developed out of that 2,000 hectares, just at the minimum of 5 metric tons per hectare. And so, Your Excellency, Anambra State being a trade zone where we know we have industrial activities happening, it's a good leap towards getting into the production side of it as well. When you've also keyed into the mechanical side, automobile side, Your Excellency, there's into the industrial park, which I'm sure the CIG has huge interest in that. Including the staple crop processing zone that we already had about 250 hectares that will be kickstarted soon, and the MOU will obviously be finalized. And this will also add to that when they kickstart the industrial park part of it. And also, they've also leveraged on their agri institutions to also develop the academic side of speaking with our School of Agri on this, fighting to also have some good relationship in this development. So all in all, Your Excellency, this is an integrated farm system that would also drive us and leap to what we're doing, also improve our production across the board. Wish to really thank you very much, Your Excellency, for seeing this future and seeing where we're doing in agriculture. And this sort of investment would obviously want to increase our production, which we know that production is purely based on land utilization and increasing participation of our farmers. And all in all, Your Excellency, as you know, as of 2016, we were doing about 9% of our youth participation. Right now, we've increased to over 24.5% of our youth participation, which, Your Excellency, the idea of youth funding our e-agriculture and e-control activities are actually even based to more of our information management. So they've been pretty sure that this is a safe haven to invest. Every information they require to leap and advance whatever they're doing will be quite transparent, as we always have, because we know that's what we practice here. Thank you, Your Excellency, and thanks and welcome to Anambra State.
And it is with that that we wrap up today's edition of the program Government House Diary. And we do hope your time with us here today was worth it. Remember to drop your views and comments on our social media handles that appear on your screen. I remain yours sincerely, Kene Chukwuofoma, steering the wheels on the show. Until we come your way again on this program, remain blessed.